Games, board games, board games is the discussion part of the game. Board games, I think not but all the same. The discussion might be part of the value that the game brings to you. And I guess that's my thoughts right now. And I'm going to chat around a bit. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good whatever it is, wherever you are. 10 a.m. is GK time. Time for Busy Beats and Board Games Weather. And today, as you can see, I am walking to Waterloo Bridge where I'll cross and get to some playtesting. Today, yeah, let's talk about recent highlights, living life and seeing sights, recent highlights, playing games and other delights, recent highlights. Roast potatoes, fair bits of walking, a quick cycle just to visit another coffee shop, so getting my 5 drinks a day, but somewhere else. Yeah, I wrote a whole bunch of rules. I wrote all the rules for a game about selecting 7 cards, speedily searching for synergies, as well as all the variants, and sent off some emails to people who will be at Essen and did a bit of pondering. Now, today's topic, well, I forgot, brilliant thing, what was the thing, which is brilliant? Buses. Public transport is brilliant. I think we should invest more in it. I mean, let's cut down on reliance on cars. Great, so main topic, yesterday I spent a lot of time reading up on train and listening to Brenda Braithwaite's discussion about it, talking about how people can do this, people can do that. It's about the subversion of the rules. It's about people's propensity to rules lawyer. But more than that, the one thing that was said was that it's about, the discussion. Apparently, there's always a 1 or even 2 hour discussion afterwards. Now, I don't want this to be a review of Train, a game I've hopefully obviously never played, because there's only one copy of it and it's a hard thing to get to play. But I wanted to raise the question, is the discussion part of the game? Now, if we ascribe by the magic circle, I would say no, it's not part of the game, but it's still part of the experience we facilitate as designers. It's still part of the overall experience to say, hey, this is of value. This is part of what this game will do for you. And the game, sure, it stops when the game stops, but that's not where the value of the game stops. The value of the game is in, sure, the thinking during it, but afterwards it's about the memories, it's about the friendships that you've gotten in a serious game. It might be about pondering about the subject matter, that fridge moment, as it's called on TV tropes, where afterwards you're thinking, that was a bit weird, or oh my gosh, that's really horrible, and maybe you're immediately sparked to talk about atrocities or, human relationships or whatever. And that is a big part of the game. It's like a film. I mean, the discussion around the film is not the film, but still, the film is something that can prompt that discussion, something that can facilitate that discussion. And yeah, that is part of the value, whether it's a film or music. Its value does not finish once it ends. The value lives on with us. And so my point is, whether it's parts of the game or not, it's certainly something that, as designers, we can be thinking deeply about. So, question of the day. Here's a little question before we go on our way. Question of the day is, just what do you think? What's the last game that sparked a discussion for you? The last game that sparked a discussion for me was one that I played at Tabletop Gaming Live, but that discussion was something about the nature of the game and me bitching about basically how I didn't like it, which doesn't say a lot for the value of the game. But before that, I'm actually thinking, okay, you know what? Even though, yeah, I'm actually struggling to think of a game that. So yeah, the question is, has any game really sparked a discussion for you? I think the one that comes to my mind is Fog of Love, but I'm interested to hear what you think. Beyond just talking about the game mechanics and analysis of the game itself, that's the one thing that comes to my mind. How about you? Other than that, over to you, Walter. Up to you. You can share what's if you want to. I'm going to go there and do lots of playtesting. I'm excited to have a super raw game. It's probably the rawest game that I've brought for like 7 years, and then we'll see how it goes. So for now, lots of love. Thank you, everyone. And the only thing left for me to say is bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.